let's use the Vlookup function to figure out if we're missing any items from one list in another. So let's compare these two columns of these single column lists of products to figure out if we're missing any from this list in this list. This long list, we want to have every single product we've ever made in this list. In the short list, we may be missing some of these in this long list. So how do we check if every item in here is also in here? We can use Vlookup. As you can say, this will be the end result where we'll say these are all done if they're already in there, but these are missing if they say missing. So let's use our lookup function. So as I've talked about, once you start typing a formula, Google Sheets will help. So start typing, there's Vlookup. You can then click on that or press tab, and you'll see, so now we want to Vlookup. We want to look up each item here. So we'll click on that cell, first that one, comma, in this range. So I'll click on the first cell, shift command arrow down to get to the last row of that range, comma. I want to return the first result. It's a one column lookup. So obviously I can only return the first one. I'll put in 1, and then I'll put false because I want an exact match. So I can see bad wallpaper is there. Had I put 2, it'll be an error because it's a range out of bounds, right? The range that I'm looking up to is only one column, but I'm saying return to me the result in the second column. That can't work. So if I have 1, I can see that that is returning the bad wallpaper, which means bad wallpaper is already in here. So I have to make these absolute references. So when I copy this formula down, it doesn't change that. I do want to change this. I want to change what it's looking up to, right? In this third row, I want to look up this one, not this one. So those I don't add the dollar signs to, but this one I do. So now I can command arrow down, command shift arrow up, and then command D. And you'll see wherever there's an error, I know it's missing from the other list. So if I click on that, you'll see did not find that value. So that's one way to do it. You can then even add this if is error part to say, if you want to keep it neat and pretty. So if is error, that same function I already had, then that means that it's missing. So I'll say missing if it's an error. Otherwise I'll say done. Now I can copy that down again and you'll say that. So again, a neat way to do it, you can then obviously just grab this section, you can data, sort range by the lookup, so then all the missing ones are right there together. And you've used Vlookup to solve a problem. So we've talked about this before, Vlookup is incredibly powerful. In this case, very simply, looked up each one of these into this, returned initially the first column, but then said if it's an error, tell me it's missing. If not, tell me it's done.